Why most people never achieve their dreams, and how you can. The silent trap most people never escape. Imagine waking up one day and feeling empty, not because you have nothing, but because you never became who you wanted to be. You go to work, you come home, you repeat the same day again and again. Years pass, time moves quietly, and one day you realize something painful. You had a dream, but you never fought for it. This is the silent trap, and most people never escape it. They are not lazy, they are not stupid, they are not weak. They are just asleep. Asleep in routine, asleep in comfort, asleep in fear. And slowly, their dreams fade away. Let me ask you something. Do you have a dream? Not a small wish, not something you say just to feel good. I mean a real dream. The kind that makes your heart beat faster. The kind that keeps you awake at night. The kind that whispers to you, this is who you are meant to be. If you have that dream, listen carefully. Because most people lose it, not in one day, not in one big failure, but little by little. They stop believing, they stop trying, they stop caring. And one day, the dream is gone. So why does this happen? Why do most people never achieve their dreams? The answer is simple, but also uncomfortable. They never become the person required to achieve it. A dream is not enough. You can dream every night. You can imagine success. You can talk about it all day. But nothing will change, because dreams do not work alone. They need a person strong enough to carry them, and most people never build that person. They wait. They wait for motivation. They wait for the perfect moment. They wait for someone to believe in them. But waiting is dangerous. Because while you wait, life moves on. Opportunities pass. Energy fades. Courage disappears. And slowly you begin to settle. You accept less. You expect less. You become less. That is how dreams die. Not with noise, but with silence. Now here's the truth. Hard work is not the problem. Most people can work hard. For a day, for a week, maybe for a month. But then something happens. They get tired, they get discouraged, they get distracted. And they stop. Because they were only working with motivation, and motivation is weak. It comes and goes. One day you feel strong, the next day you feel nothing.
If your dream depends on motivation, it will fail. This is where most people lose. They start strong, but they do not last. They have energy, but no system. They have desire, but no discipline. And without discipline, nothing survives. Think about a small plant. If you water it one day, it lives. If you forget it for a week, it dies. Your dream is the same. It needs daily care, small effort, small progress, every single day. But most people do not do this. They want big results, but they avoid small actions. They want success, but they avoid discomfort. They want change, but they stay the same. This is the trap. They fall in love with the idea, but not the process. And without the process, there is no result. Now listen carefully. Your dream is not impossible. It is just far away. And the distance is not measured in time. It is measured in growth. Who you are today is not enough. And that is okay, because you can grow. You can become stronger. You can become smarter. You can become better. but only if you choose to. No one will do it for you. No one is coming to save you. This may sound hard, but it is powerful because it means your life is in your hands right now. Not tomorrow, not next year, now. Every choice you make matters. Every action counts. Every day shapes your future. If you waste today, you weaken your tomorrow. If you use today, you build your future. It is that simple, but not easy, because the world is full of distractions. Social media, comfort, entertainment. They steal your time. They steal your focus. They steal your life. And you don't even notice. That is why most people never achieve their dreams. Not because they can't, but because they are distracted. They are busy doing things that don't matter. They are running, but in the wrong direction. Now imagine this. You have a fire inside you, a small flame. That flame is your dream. At first, it is weak, easy to lose, easy to forget. If people speak negatively, the flame shakes. If you doubt yourself, the flame becomes smaller. If you stop trying, the almost dies. But if you protect it, something amazing happens. It grows, slowly, quietly, powerfully, until one day it becomes a fire. And that fire cannot be stopped. This is your job, to protect your flame. Not everyone will understand your dream. Some will laugh, some will doubt, some will tell you to be realistic. But they are not you. They don't see what you see. And that is okay. You do not need everyone to believe. You only need yourself. Because belief is the beginning of everything. If you lose belief, you lose direction. If you lose direction, you lose action. If you lose action, you lose everything. So hold your dream tightly, even when it feels far away, even when it feels difficult, even when it feels impossible. Because impossible is not a fact. It is just a feeling, and feelings can change. Now here is a powerful idea. Your dream is not random. It is not an accident. It is a signal, a message from your future, showing you what is possible, showing you who you can become, but only if you move, only if you act, only if you fight. So do not ignore it. Do not push it away. Do not trade it for comfort. Because comfort is expensive. It costs you your potential. It costs you your future. It costs you your life. And the price is too high. Instead, choose growth. Choose challenge. Choose effort. It will be hard. You will feel tired. You will feel doubt. You will feel fear. But that is the path. There is no easy way to greatness, only a real way. And the real way requires strength. This is where your journey begins, not when everything is perfect, but when you decide. When you say to yourself, I will not live a small life. I will not give up my dream. I will not quit on myself. That moment changes everything, because now you are awake, no longer drifting, no longer waiting. You are moving, and movement creates momentum. Momentum creates progress. Progress creates confidence, and confidence creates power. Step by step, you transform, not in one day, not in one moment, but over time. And that is how real change happens. Slow, steady, unstoppable. So remember this. Most people never achieve their dreams because they never start, or they start and stop. But you are different. You are still here, still reading, still searching, still wanting more. And that means something. That means your dream is still alive. And as long as it is alive, there is hope. In the next part, you will learn something deeper. Not just why people fail, but what you must become to win. Because dreaming is only the beginning. The real journey starts now. Part 2. Action, discipline, and the mindset that changes everything. Now you understand the problem. Most people stop. Most people wait. Most people lose their dreams slowly. But you are not here to be like most people. You are here to change. And change begins with one thing: action. Not perfect action, not big action, just action. Small, simple, real. Every dream needs movement. Without movement, nothing happens. You can think all day, you can plan all night, but if you do nothing, your life stays the same. So start, even if you feel afraid, even if you feel unready, because you will never feel fully ready. That moment does not exist. Confidence does not come before action, it comes after. You act, then you learn, then you grow. That is the cycle. Action creates clarity, not thinking. Most people wait to feel confident, but confidence is built, and it is built through doing. So take the first step. It may be small, but small steps create momentum, and momentum is powerful. Once you move, it becomes easier to keep moving. Now, listen carefully. Action alone is not enough, because action without direction leads to confusion. You also need focus. Focus is saying no. No to distractions, no to noise, no to things that do not matter. Your energy is limited. Your time is limited. If you waste it, you lose progress. So protect your time. Treat it like something valuable, because it is. Now we go deeper. This is where most people fail again. They start, they act, but they do not continue. They stop when it gets hard. They stop when results are slow. They stop when they feel tired. This is where discipline comes in. Discipline is stronger than motivation. Motivation is a feeling. Discipline is a decision. Motivation changes every day. Discipline stays. It shows up, even when you are tired, even when you are bored, even when you do not feel like it. This is the difference. Winners act when they feel like it, and when they do not. That is why they win. Discipline is not exciting. It is not emotional. It is quiet. It is simple, but it is powerful. Think about a person who trains every day, not because they love it, but because they choose it, day after day. That person becomes strong, not because of one big effort, but because of many small ones. That is discipline, and that is what your dream needs, not one big moment, but daily effort. Now let us talk about something important: habits. Your life is built by habits. What you do every day becomes who you are. If you waste time every day, you become someone who wastes life. If you improve every day, you become someone powerful. It is simple, but very real. So build habits that support your dream, not habits that destroy it. Start small. Do not try to change everything at once. That leads to failure. Instead, choose one habit, just one, and do it every day. For example, read for 10 minutes, practice English for 20 minutes, exercise for 15 minutes. Small actions, but done daily. That is the key. Consistency beats intensity, always. Many people go hard for a few days, then they stop. That is not success. Success is steady, slow, calm, persistent. Now we move to mindset, because without the right mindset, you will quit. Your mind is your strongest tool, but it can also be your biggest enemy. It tells you lies. You are not good enough. You are too late. This is too hard. These thoughts feel real, but they are not truth. They are fear. And fear wants to protect you, but it also keeps you small. So you must train your mind, not to remove fear, but to act despite it. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is action in the presence of fear. You feel afraid, and you move anyway. That is power. Now understand this. Failure will happen. You will make mistakes. You will feel lost. That is part of the process, not the end of it. Most people stop when they fail. They think it means they are not good enough. But failure is not a sign to stop. It is a lesson. It shows you what to fix, what to improve, what to change. So do not fear failure. Use it. Learn from it. Grow from it. Every mistake is a step forward if you do not quit. This is the mindset shift. You stop seeing problems as walls and start seeing them as training. Life is not against you. It is building you. Every challenge is making you stronger. Every struggle is shaping your mind, but only if you keep going. Now let us talk about patience, because this is where many people break. They want fast results. They want success now. But real success takes time, long time, longer than you expect, longer than you want. This is the truth, and you must accept it. Because if you do not, you will quit too early.
Think about a seed. You plant it, you water it, but nothing happens. Days pass, weeks pass, still nothing. Does that mean it is dead? No, it is growing underground. Your effort is the same. You work, you try, you improve, but results are not visible yet. That does not mean nothing is happening. It means growth is hidden, and one day it will show, but only if you stay consistent. Now here is something powerful. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Perfection is a trap. It stops you from starting. It makes you afraid to try. But progress is better than perfection, always. So take imperfect action. Make mistakes. Learn fast. Improve daily. That is how you win. Now look at your life. Be honest. Where are you wasting time? Where are you avoiding effort? Where are you choosing comfort over growth? These are your answers. These are the things you must change. Not everything, just the important things. Focus on what moves you forward. Ignore what does not. Now imagine this. You wake up every day with a plan. Not a big plan, just a clear one. You know what to do, and you do it. No excuses, no delay. Day after day you build something. Slowly, but surely. That is how dreams become real, not in one moment, but in many moments, repeated again and again. This is the life of someone who wins. Not easy, but meaningful. Not perfect, but powerful. You become stronger, mentally, emotionally. You stop depending on feelings and start depending on discipline. That is the transformation, from weak to strong, from confused to focused, from dreaming to doing. And once you reach this level, something changes inside you. You stop asking, "Can I do it?" and start saying, "I will do it," no matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it is. That is the mindset of someone unstoppable. And once you become that person, nothing can stop you. Not fear, not failure, not time. Because you have built something deeper, a system, a discipline, a strong mind. In the next part, you will go even deeper. You will learn how to protect your dream, how to stay strong when life hits hard, and how to rise again and again until you win. Because action starts the journey, but endurance finishes it. Part 3. Protect your dream. Rise through pain. Become unstoppable. You have started. You have taken action. You are building discipline. That already puts you ahead of most people. But now comes the hardest part, staying strong. Because life will test you again and again. Not when you are ready,
but when you are tired. Not when you feel confident, but when you feel weak. This is where many people fall, not because they cannot continue, but because they are not prepared for the pressure. So now you must learn something new. You must learn how to protect your dream. Because every dream has enemies. Some are outside, some are inside. The outside enemies are easy to see. People who doubt you, people who laugh at you, people who tell you to stop. They may say, "Be realistic. That is too big. You cannot do that." But these words are not truth. They are limits. Limits from their own life, not yours. So do not accept them. Listen carefully. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Not every voice deserves your trust. You must choose what to listen to. This is power. Now, the inside enemies. These are more dangerous because they are quiet. They live in your mind. Fear, doubt, laziness. They speak softly. Maybe tomorrow, maybe later, maybe you are not ready. And if you listen too long, you stop moving. This is how dreams die. Not from one big failure, but from many small delays. So you must become a protector. You protect your time. You protect your focus. You protect your energy. You protect your belief. If something weakens you, reduce it. If something distracts you, remove it. If something drains you, replace it. This is not selfish. This is necessary, because a strong mind creates a strong life. Now, let us go deeper. There will be moments when everything feels heavy. You try, you work, you push forward, but nothing seems to change. This is the dark phase. Everyone who succeeds goes through it, but most people quit here because they think it is not working, but they are wrong. This is where growth happens, quiet, invisible, slow, like pressure building inside a mountain. And one day, it explodes into something powerful, but only if you hold on. So when life feels hard, do not panic, do not quit. Slow down if you must, but do not stop. Even one small step is enough, because movement keeps you alive. Now listen carefully. You do not need to be strong all the time. You just need to not give up. There is a difference. Strength goes up and down, but persistence stays. Some days you will feel powerful. Some days you will feel broken. That is normal. That is human. But winners do one thing differently. They continue anyway, even when it is slow, even when it hurts, even when no one is watching. This is the real test, not when it is easy, but when it is hard. Now think about this. Every time you continue, you change. You become stronger, not outside, but inside. Your mind becomes sharper. Your heart becomes tougher. Your belief becomes deeper. This is the hidden reward. Long before success appears, you become the person who can handle it. That is why the journey matters, because it builds you. Now, let us talk about vision, because without vision, you will lose direction. You must see your future clearly, not perfectly, but strongly. See yourself succeeding. See your life changing. See your dream becoming real. Hold that image every day, especially on hard days, because vision gives you energy. It reminds you why you started. It pulls you forward, even when everything else pushes you back. Now, something important. Your dream is not only about you. It is bigger than that. When you grow, others see it. When you fight, others feel it. When you win, others believe. You become an example. You show what is possible without speaking, without forcing, just by living your truth. This is influence, and it is powerful. Now, let us talk about sacrifice, because nothing great comes without a price. You will give up comfort.
You will give up easy moments. You will say no to things others enjoy, and sometimes it will feel unfair. But remember this, you are not losing, you are investing. You are trading something small for something big. You are building a future, and that future is worth it, always.
Now we come to something very real. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, completely. You feel tired, empty, lost. You question everything. Why am I doing this? Is it worth it? Can I really succeed? These moments are dangerous, but they are also powerful, because this is where you decide to quit or to rise. If you quit, the story ends. If you rise, the story continues. So what do you do in that moment? You simplify. You do not think about the whole journey. You do not think about the future. You focus on now. One step, just one, and then another. This is how you survive. And survival is not weakness, it is strength. Because survival means you are still in the game, still fighting, still moving. And as long as you move, you can win. Now understand this. Winning is not a moment. It is a result of many moments, of effort, of discipline, of courage, stacked together, day after day, year after year, until one day, everything changes. People will see your success, but they will not see the struggle. They will see the result, but not the process. They will see the victory, but not the fight. But you will know. You will remember every step, every failure, every sacrifice, every moment you almost quit. And that is what makes it real. Now here is the final truth. You already have everything you need inside you. The ability to dream, the strength to act, the power to learn, the discipline to build, the courage to continue. You do not need to wait. You do not need permission. You just need to decide, right now, that you will not give up, that you will not settle, that you will not live a life of regret, because one day you will look back and you will ask yourself one question. Did I try? Did I give everything I had? Did I fight for my dream? Make sure your answer is yes. Not perfect, but real. Not easy, but honest. Because that is enough. That is more than most people ever do. And that is why you will win. Not because you are special, but because you refuse to quit. And that is the difference. That is the line between average and extraordinary. So step forward, keep going, protect your dream, build your life, and become unstoppable. Because your dream is waiting, and your future is watching.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Self-Study Every Day for more helpful lessons. Leave a comment and tell me what you want to learn next.